Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Roadrunners will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Back to throw, it's King. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. 3rd down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
The quick out.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline, they're running these option plays. Man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. to throw. It's McCow. He lets one fly deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
To the ground with the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Looking to pass on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's McCow. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Roadrunners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UTSA! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Offense in a split backfield. Running to the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The corners are walked up tight. And the ball is picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Got room at the 35. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for room, it's Haynes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
With the catch, it's Boyd. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to pass, it's McCow. He finds his man. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On second down, looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Motion from the offense. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Finds his tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass, it's King. This time it's complete. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's McCow. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Dropping back, it's McCow. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm looking to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fair catch called for and made. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's McCow. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Caught in the backfield. It's Blackburn. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Got it in the middle, it's Henry. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that time, the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's McCow. Fires to the right. It's complete.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Henry.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He's looking to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive, down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to pass, it's McCow. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The run to the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. 30 short, they got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to run for it. And the Yellow Jackets have a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The option look. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Now they're going to throw it. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
Got a man. It's Lane. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to run it to the right. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Kane. He caught it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the 1st.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the route is on.
3rd and goal situations, these are so hard as a defense, so little room to be able to give an inch at all. And you know when he goes under center, there's a good chance quarterback sneaks coming, and the offense does it and successfully gets the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. What a turn that last drive was. It didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. A little release to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
That looks like a thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agreed it'll go his way. The Roadrunners will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking to throw, it's McCow. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass, getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly. And
a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.